Hey, Tiffany. And I started a lot earlier. Excuse you. Speaking. Hope you're doing well. What I'm kind of flipping through. Hey, Bella. Even though it's the this is, well, no, we're not. We're in July. This was June's edition of Our State, which is it's a North Carolina magazine. And I thought it was fitting. It had coastal legends. So it's fun coastal things that you can do. And I thought it would be fun to actually have a section dedicated to the beach road. This road is the actual highway, Highway 12. That if you travel this highway, you stop and visit a great portion of the Outer Banks from the northernmost point to this is south as you can get. And it highlights different small towns and communities and big spots along Highway 12, and I thought it'd be cool to kind of go through that. Let's see. A step-by-step guide to exploring Highway 12 from the northernmost point in Corolla to its southern Cedar Island. This scenic byway, bound between sand and sound, links the islands and the communities of the Outer Banks. And again, thought that's a pretty cool about the pretty much that way. Sorry, I'm gonna have to get used to this camera. You have the ocean on one side and you have the sound on the other. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to kind of highlight some towns and things you can do if you ever like to come visit the coast of North Carolina and why I am all coastal about it. And just to pinpoint, you have up here the Albemarle Sound and the Pamlico Sound. This is, if we go this direction, it's about where we are. If that helps. Okay. And just to, again, this camera and the magazine. This is the highway. Highway 12. Or what you could say what's left of it. Because, okay. First stop, you have the northernmost part, or the northern beaches. And I'm saying these areas the best way I know it, because I know there's different proper saying of these words, but this is how I've heard it. And so the Northern Beach Access Road from Corolla Beach, Highway 12, emerges from the sands as if rising from a tunnel beneath the ocean. And This will get you to those beaches up in Corolla area. Let's see. This area is definitely, of course, the historic Corolla Village is this the town in this area. You have, let's see, they're definitely known for the white clapboard and brown Nag's Head style cottages from the turn of the 20th century. A bunch of these have been restored. And you have the only remaining lighthouse that has stayed its original red brick. It has, and no plans of getting it painted. Let's see. Speaking of lighthouse, the first lit was in December of 1875 when this lighthouse used its lens for the very first time. And it's a view of the Currituck Sound and the Atlantic Ocean. And the village below, tucked among the trees. And this little area I do because it is kind of, some of the villages like tucked away under trees and stuff. So it is a gorgeous when you get to travel. And of course they do promote a lot of riding bikes and okay. On to another exciting part of Corolla area. Not sure if a lot of y'all are familiar with a donut called Duck Donuts. I know they've kind of made their way around a couple of states, but the original start is a place. It's literally called Duck. Okay. Duck's charming village features a few dozen businesses, including art galleries, gift shops, specialty foods, outdoor outfitting, restaurants, and more. And you get to walk the marsh on the edge of Duck Town Park, fish or catch crabs on the pier, launch a canoe, kayak, or stand up paddleboard. And of course, this is a good spot if you are into definitely the sightseeing of birds. They're probably a good reason why duck came to be the name. It's a lot of waterfowl. It's a great place to see these. So I'm pretty sure that probably had a help in its name. Let's see. And of course, back to the donuts, because, everybody likes a good donut. It's here. Which I have to say, I like. Granted, you can never say no to any pastry. But with the duck donuts, it's kind of more of a cake batter. And what changes is the seasoning. The glaze in the added toppings, seasonings. Yeah, okay. Maybe they could do a barbecue one, right? No, that maple bacon and syrup, but
maple syrup. And bacon on top.
Let's see. Alright. Next stop, we have Kitty Hawk and Kill Devil Hills. Let's see. First, here you have the Avalon Pier. Since 1962, generations of families and fishermen have come to Avalon Pier to cast a line, grab a bite, and watch the sunset over the ocean. They have the Jolly Roger restaurant. The menu at this 51-year-old restaurant, from breakfast to late drinks, is eclectic as its decor. A mix of Christmas lights, pirate statues, coastal murals, and old-timey movie posters. God, this just sounds like a fun place to be. Also, if you step to Kill Devil Hills, of course, this is the location where the first flight occurred by the Wright brothers. So you have the Wright Brothers National Memorial.
Hey, Leon.
Let's see. Their first successful, Wright brothers forever changed the skies with their first successful flight in Kitty Hawk in 1903. And this exhibit very has grown from since me and Batlash has been when we were little, but it has lots of stuff. So do prepare, because I know when we went, it had to do a lot of walking. Definitely, you got extra more walking to do.
A lot more building.
Yep, so they have definitely expanded.
Tiffany, if y'all were to come down, I would not suggest staying in Duck. It costs more up that way. Stay more in the Kitty Hawk, Kill Devil Hills area, and drive to 30 to 45 minutes north.
And like he said, you could pretty much take almost a day. Start from the bottom and go all the way to the top, and you can drive off.
It takes about a 3-hour drive from one end to the other.
Alright, that was cute. Next stop, you have Nag's Head. And one of the big adventure spots that Nag's Head is known for is Jockey's Ridge. Jockey's Ridge State Park. Mountains of sand extend as far as the eye can see. This is the tallest living sand dune on the East Coast. The desert-like landscape calls to adventure with sandboards. I guess it's not snowboards. Sandboard sleds and hang gliders. And kids who just want to roll down the sandy, shifting slopes. Let's see. And parts of Jockey's Ridge, if you were to dig under, I believe you'll find a miniature golf course. Because I think course, like I said, is a living sand dune, so it's constantly shifting. And I think one of the castles or one of the buildings from that has like a surface, so it's kind of funny. This is like this castle is like popped up. No, castle was there, been there for a while.
It's just been buried in the sand.
No. Mhm. Another kind of, I call it historic because I have grown and I have literally slept on this bridge. But which I wish they had shown a picture of that bridge. But yep, there was once a bridge. I think it was like 2019. No, this bridge replaced a pretty much iconic 1963 Bonner Bridge, which this new bridge is the Mark Basnite Bridge. It helps connect Bodie and Hatteras Islands, and I'll get to little information on Bodie. I'll get to that little bit of information in a moment. The Bonner Bridge that it replaced is now used. Part of it is an artificial reef, for which they let it parts let it sink so it can help build over time, and then another part of it got to be used as a extended fishing bridge, fishing piers. And another historic, dude, this way. This pier here is Jeanette's Pier.
They skip Bodie Island altogether.
No. We don't get to the lighthouse after. You have Jeanette's Pier. This is going down.
Oh.
Stay over there. Anyways. You have one picture here is Jeanette's Pier, and then you have another Outer Banks fishing pier. Both piers gives you family fun and endless views of the ocean and fishing opportunities. And back to Bodie Island is right here, and we have another lighthouse. This is Bodie or Body. It can be pronounced any way because it's Bodie. It has been pronounced as Body, and currently some will call it Bodie. But separated from the highway by a large freshwater marsh, this lighthouse is easily missed if you're not paying attention. At 156 feet tall, it's well worth a stop to climb to the top. Learn about its history and the third Lord, like illumination competed in 1872. Yep. Okay. And admire its picturesque settings among the pines. And when we visited the lighthouse, it was what during our honeymoon when we mentioned about, because at one point you could not go to the top of this one because they were in the process of replacing and removing and updating. But now this lighthouse with the whole stripes, black and white stripe, you can climb to the top.
Next time we go down there, we'll take them up there.
You might can.
Me and Panda.
Oh no.
Take her at her ass.
Okay. Our next little couple town, because literally there's some towns you drive a few minutes, drive a few seconds. You're in one town, drive another second, you're in another, but they're kind of.
About 15 or 20 minutes between times.
Yeah, they're kind of spaced out, but they're kind of like bam. You got Rodanthe, you have Avon, you have Waves. It just kind of bam, bam, bam. They're very tight knit ish.
And yes, the book nights of Rodanthe is about a real town in North Carolina and a real house that was here.
Yeah, was.
The ocean kind of ate it.
So we have Rodanthe and Avon. With your, let's see, Oregon Inlet Life Saving Station from the Bonner Bridge Pier, a remnant, like I mentioned, the Bonner Bridge was replaced. Now it's a pier. From a remnant of the old bridge, a short walk through the dunes leads to its 1898 life-saving station. The building is empty now, but the exterior is well preserved and part of a historic landscape on the Outer Banks. And there are a few old remnant life-saving stations. They're no longer operational, but they're still a good kind of get to look at and just explore from the outside. Then you have the Chickamauga. Yes, you better say that correctly. And if you see it, you'll be like, how do you say that? It's alright. Might can see it. Not quite. Not sure. Probably couldn't. But Chickamauga Life Saving Station. This museum and historic site, built in 1874, the first of 7 life-saving stations in North Carolina, included 2 stored stations, cookhouses, a stable, water towers, and stories and artifacts from early days of ocean rescue.
The house is still standing, but they moved it 30 minutes down the road. The ones that moved to Cape Harris Lighthouse went in and saved the house because of the film significance of it. And it
Cool.
is available as a rental property for Sun Realty.
Fun. And I'll get back, re-highlight that. Another wildlife refuge is the P. Allen National Wildlife Refuge. Nearly 6,000 acres provide habitat for more than 370 species of birds that nest and overwinter on our barrier islands. It's a spot snow geese, tundra swans, and other shore birds and waterfowl on a hike through the marsh from a kayak or during the programs. Yes, there are some birds that are highly protected here. So you gotta be very careful where you park and want to explore. Cause one, if you cannot see the signs, then I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. Hey, Uncle Don. I'm just going through it's our state celebrating North Carolina fun things. And this edition that I had to pick up was about coastal legends. So we're touring Highway 12. And like we sure everyone's either read or saw the movie Knights of Rodanthe. Well, that's pretty much the area we're in. We're talking about. That house does still exist.
You can rent it for the average price from December to March is approximately $350 to $450 a night, while April through August ranges from about $500 to $1,000 or more. Prices decrease in September slightly. There is a 3-night minimum stay. For information, the property is currently managed by Vacasa, VACASA, North Carolina, LLC, for Outer Banks Realty.
So you can rent the house that was filmed in Knights of Rodanthe. In Rodanthe. Granted, it might not be in the exact same location because it was on the ocean side of life. And yes, the ocean will eventually accumulate houses at points in times. So.
I had to look that up because I couldn't remember.
But it has been moved from its original location. And the group that did that also helped move the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, which we'll be heading to next. It's not going that way. It's going. It did not reach over there yet. Cape has national seashore stretching from more than 70 miles from Bodie Island to Ocracoke. Cape has national seashore encompasses some of the most natural beauty on the Outer Banks. With limited development, limited.
Ooh.
The beaches attract nesting birds and sea turtles, not to mention vacationers in search of a little piece of heaven. And I do believe they get that part right. I mean, that's kind of nice.
What Chickamauga Lifesaving
Station? This one's a Oregon Inlet.
Okay.
There's two different ones. All right. Our next little town we're visiting is a town called Buxton. They better indicate. Oh, hey. All right. The first stop, if you want to stay there, we can vouch is a very, very nice bed and breakfast. Very nice. This is where our honeymoon was, and I think a few others here. The Inn on the Pamlico Sound is a 13-room hotel. Is quaint. There we go. Casual, spacious, and luxurious all at once. What stuff?
You mean, are we gonna be doing any of that?
Well, some of the stuff we've already have, and some we probably revisit.
Now that we have a travel camper.
But the inn on Pamlico Sound is very nice to stay if you get the opportunity. They do recommend no children. That's why it's very nice and quaint.
And they have an indoor movie.
Okay, and getting to our third lighthouse, which I'm sure a lot are familiar with. Cape Hatteras Lighthouse, rising 198 feet above the landscape, America's tallest bricked lighthouse, is also one of its most iconic, with its red base and black and white swirled pattern climbing up the vane, up its sides. Built in 1870 to protect the ships from the treacherous Diamond Shoals, the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse was moved more inland in 1999 so it could be protected from erosion waves. Like we were mentioning, that the Rodanthe house, Knights of Rodanthe, the house that was used in the movie, they got moved. Also, the group moved this lighthouse back in 1999. That doesn't seem that long ago. Hey, she stole my thunder. Just iterating when I am going through one of the magazines we have here in North Carolina. It's Our State magazine, and this edition is all about the coast. '99. It feels like what? Is this a year ago? It seems like. But I am highlighting. We've been going through different little towns on Highway 12, which is one of the most iconic highways of the Outer Banks or the coast here. So we just got a little snippet of Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. Let's see. Does it talk about it? No, it does not. That just can't be. Hang on. Alright. They might have not highlighted, but in Buxton, there is a place called the Orange Blossom. It's amazing, awesome bakery. And you'll get what's first? No. Do you get to the bakery first or the lighthouse first?
Lighthouse.
Darn.
Bakery on the
right. Anyways. Why am I thinking silver? I don't know. But if you have to pass the lighthouse first, go to Buxton, go to the Orange Blossom, get you an apple ugly. They have it baked, and they have it traditionally.
Because you have red drum bait and tackle, you have the ball field, then it splits off where the fire department is. Orange Blossom's on your right. So okay. It's not but maybe a quarter mile up the road from where the lighthouse is. Go get your blossom and go back to the lighthouse. Bakery first, as far as my stomach's concerned. You might need the sugar to get up the lighthouse.
Like Hilda mentioned, you might need the sugar to help you get through the lighthouse. But one thing that we do a lot when it's just us, and we just decide to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Here, it takes us about 2 hours roughly to get there, and then we'll get a breakfast meal because they do sandwiches, and so you can get breakfast items. But if we want to talk about the bakery stuff, yeah. Yeah, it depends on which way you're going. But you'll see it when you get there and work out that plan. But if you can stop at Orange Blossom, get you whatever breakfasty thing you need to eat, or what is called an apple ugly, but it's a huge apple turnover thing, and it's just, you can definitely share it if you want to share it and be nice to yourself and others, because like I said, it's huge. But it's well worth a stop, and if you're having to go back to Lighthouse or going to Lighthouse, it's a good stop to help you get some fuel to get you to the lighthouse. I don't know. Hang on. No, because then they. Okay, I know they couldn't get everything that's along the highway up in here. Between Buxton and Frisco, again, you have towns you're traveling to. In between those towns, on the highway, you have little stops to get out to explore. Again, just be cautious because there are some areas that's roped off for protecting birds and other sea turtles, and other little critters. In between that area is a water area on the sound side that you can do. You can swim. You can do a little bit of some fishing. Definitely a good it's not hang gliding. Well, kind of, they are, because they're mostly on a board, but they do it with the parasailing type stuff all out there. And fun name, it's called the Canadian Hole. But it has an actual, I don't know if proper name or whatnot. That's the name they went with. I think if you are looking at it from an aerial point of view, it's supposed to be
like the
shape of Canada. Supposedly.
Turn it back, Lasher.
Something.
Yeah, make it. Did I get sick?
Okay. Our next little town we're visiting is Frisco and Hatteras. And you would think Cape Hatteras Lighthouse would be in Hatteras or on Hatteras Island. It is not. We have a good place to stop if you definitely like taffy and fudge and all that goodness. You have Scotch bonnet, fudge, and gifts. Can vouch. It's very good stuff. You can never. Only if you don't like certain flavors. Of course, they got plenty. Like I said, 60 years at this stop with 24 flavors of saltwater taffy and 33 flavors of homemade fudge. Don't think you can. You can find something. Let's see. Of course, a lot of snowball vendors are very popular now, or coming popular. And so you have Hatteras snowballs, a watermelon pink cider shake. Sounds good. You have 12 flavors of ice creams or frozen yogurt topped with shaved ice in any flavor of 62 syrup flavors. Can't decide on one? I guess you try the rainbow blend. You try it all. There. Two fun stops you can make. We have the Hatteras Harbor Marina. It's a small marina of home base for inshore and offshore commercial and charter fishing. Enlist the help of a captain. Venture out to sea, cast a line, or watch fishermen bring in their haul to be sold at the local market. And another fun exhibit or place you can explore is the graveyard of the Atlantic Museum. And we have visited. Let's see. Let's not do that way. Here we go. Visited there. And you found out a lot of pretty cool information of structures and whatnot has in the graveyard of the Atlantic. Hey, Ashley. But
Have you actually paid that pop-up camper?
But Graveyard Atlantic became, because it's definitely dangerous of the Diamond Shoals, because there's more than 2,000 ships in the graveyard area. Let's see. And we have a colorful works of art. Hey, Avid. We are talking about coastal legends. And see, we have made it to Hatteras. Okay. Now we are at the ferry dock for Hatteras and Ocracoke. So we are boarding the Ocracoke ferry. We are doing a journey along the Highway 12, and to continue this journey, you will have to take an hour-long ferry crossing.
Really?
You don't even need to get out of your car, but you should, of course, feel the sun and the breeze, and watch the seagulls and dolphins race the boat on the way from Hatteras Island to Ocracoke Island. Oh. Alright, y'all give me 1 second. Okay. And can't see this. But between this ferry system and the one takes you to Cedar Point, a lot of these have North Carolina colleges representing different ferry boats. And I cannot tell what. Some you can obviously tell what school they're representing, some cannot. Okay, so now you're on the Ocracoke Ferry. Source that takes you to Ocracoke. And you have what's called the Ocracoke Pony Pens, banker ponies, which actually are descendants from the shipwrecked colonial Spanish Mustangs, once roamed free on Ocracoke Island to protect them from vehicles on Highway 12. 188 acres of sound, side, beach, and marsh it was enclosed in 1959, and the ponies have been cared for by the National Park Services ever since. A viewing platform overlooks their paddock and stables and the 15 or so horses that call the island home. I know it doesn't sound really proper when you're having them kind of fenced in, but if you want to protect them from us humans, and the highway and all that, but they do get a good section of acreage, because one, Ocracoke is not that huge of a land, whatnot.
Getting that channel.
Ooh.
It's down by the duplex.
You running away from home?
It was stopped because the sheriff stopped. And that's how he came back to it.
Oh, you thought you were going to get locked up? Or the popo scary.
If you see a clear piece of glass, it's glass.
Hmm.
I don't know where it's at. Yep, the popo scared the dog back to me.
Anyways, back to the Ocracoke Village. Highway 12 passes right through this Waterview village, past quaint motels and historic inns, past beachy gift shops, seafoods, restaurants serving up seafood, and spin. The speed limit is 20 miles per hour. Be very noticeable of that. And start living on what is called Island Time. I'm sorry, as soon as you hit Outer Banks area, or even if you're in Manio Island, you're close enough to Island Time. Once you cross over to that threshold, I'm sorry, but definitely if you're Ocracoke, you're Island Time. Alright. Okay, more on Ocracoke and Cedar Island. Ocracoke Lighthouse. I'm sure some may have seen this. It's kind of a little iconic. Small and sturdy. Small and sturdy, the Ocracoke Lighthouse stands just 75 feet tall, the shortest of all our oceanfront lighthouses. It is whitewash exterior, so it's easy to be seen, of course, by day as well as by night when its stationary light shines up 15 miles out of sea, inviting mariners to come rest in the Ocracoke peaceful shores. So this is interesting. This light, the light itself, does not rotate. It's stationary. So with the whole whitewash of the lighthouse, it gives it extra illumination. It's pretty cool. And this one, I believe they have been working on it so you can climb up in it, that you can go up in. Not quite sure if they were finished. I think they have. Okay. There is another little ferry. I say a little. You have the Cedar Island Ferry. The highway dead ends near the south end of Ocracoke Island, where another ferry carries vehicles and passengers 2 hours and 15 minutes across the Pamlico Sound to Cedar Island and to the mainland. And yes, the Cedar Island National Wildlife Refuge. After traveling about 100 miles over land and nearly 30 over water, the final stretch of Highway 12 winds more than 12 miles through Wildlife Refuge before ending at Highway 70 near community of sea level, with coastal marsh woodland habitat extending for miles. On the last impression of the scenic byway is one of the untamed natural beauty. So that is the whole Highway 12 from Corolla all the way to Cedar Island. And we have definitely have been to a few, if not many, of these locations. So I thought it would be fun to highlight some of that. We do kind of pretty much have the day to ourselves tomorrow, because the panda is with her Mimi and Papa. And we have the only major big thing is to be at church, because I know I'm doing a service, but we're helping in our nursery, so who knows, we might find ourselves at the beach tomorrow. Ooh.
You hear me?
And who knows, we might have, because we do the state of seafood. We have some pretty decent favorite seafood cooked in stew or fried up calabash style. Served on a half shell or head to the coast. Let's see who they highlight. Welcome to Calabash. In southern Brunswick County, a handful of family-owned turned their town into a home-style household name in the restaurants. We have these are in Coleman's Original Calabash Seafood, Beck's Old Original Calabash, fun. In 1950, Coleman and Beck's brother and sister-in-law Lawrence Elijah's Calabash Seafood House, Captain Nancy's. Might find some seafood. Thomas Seafood. If you ever had shrimp and grit,
Don't eat your crabs there.
that wouldn't be funny.
The crabs at Dirty Dick's are not good. It's a restaurant and it ain't worth a crap.
Ooh. I'm not gonna share that. Hope everyone's having a good night. Woo! That right there. To New River Cruise.
That's a good place. That looks like a good place to do.
I think that's a good looking plate of seafood. That's fun, actually. I'm just kind of using this book as a guide to figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know. And this highlighted Highway 12. Oh. Because it's Sneed's Ferry. Get some seafood. Is that what I think it is? Even though it's got a marine, I can always take that off. They have a key lime pie. Ooh. Another little good town to stop if you're out in this direction, it's Wansboro. It's a cute little coastal cottage town.
Get going someday at the Roanoke Island Festival Park.
Hmm. Let's see. What else can we? That's gonna be all where?
Mania at the Roanoke Island Festival Park
Hmm.
from 6 to 10. Super Greer.
Ooh. That's something I want to try to make. Clam chowder. Hatteras clam chowder. And fried corn cakes, because that just sounds good. Cups of canned cream. That sounds good. Can anyone tell me what movie was at Lake Lure? Please, I hope y'all know this. If anyone has an idea what iconic movie was filmed there?
Where?
Lake Lure. Please tell me you know what movie. I'll go ahead. It's an older movie. If that helps anybody. Ooh. This one's very local to us. Washington Crab Company. Huh? Lake Placid? No, that's the lakes that NJ goes to. Have you seen some places here? Do you need help? Do y'all know what movie was at Lake Lure? One of the iconic quotes. You don't put baby in the corner. He's still Friday the 13th. That was Crystal Lake. And I know where was the actual lake is? Dirty Dancing. Yep. Yep. Lake Lure. Ooh, crab stew with white bread or cornbread dumpling. Okay. A day in the marshes. That would be fun.
You know the state bird around here?
Yeah. We can always go in the marsh. That's for...
The clams and oysters would be great, but you'd lose 5 pints of blood.
Yes, this would be fun. Unless you know around here, we don't have mosquitoes, we have skeeter hawks. They will either suck you dry or carry you off.
We had the mosquitoes like the, what was that movie where the dude get the big whelp on his back? At the rock. Jumanji, was it?
Jumanji.
Maybe in the new Jumanji. We got those big mosquitoes. They'll bite you through the roof of the car, right through the back of your shirt, and go straight into your heart.
Well, well, she's properly dressed.
It doesn't matter anymore. They bite through. I had one bite me through my jeans yesterday. I've never had one go through a pair of jeans to bite you on the leg. What's in the dang freezer in this thing? Oh yeah, I found a skunk that while I was at work today. And he was alive.
You go to Morehead City?
We just went there.
And?
We're not going to Paulson's.
Who says anything like that?
If we go to Morehead City, we're going to Oceana Fishing Pier.
We have deluxe crab cakes.
Chop salad. Geneva Woodard.
Well, guess what? Ooh. Okay. The whole local legends section part. Here we go. Local legends. After nearly a century or just a couple of years, these seafood restaurants have become coastal icons. These places we know and love and return again and again. So, here we go. It was established in 1935, Sunnyside Oyster Bar in Williamston, which is literally like 20 minutes one way. And a white and green clapboard dated back in the 1930s. Customers can take a seat at a horseshoe-shaped counter for scallops, crab legs, and, of course, oysters, all steamed. Okay, we are in 1937. Sam and Omi's Nag's Head. Captain Sambo Tillett opened Sambo's to serve breakfast to the other local fishermen. He later added the name of his son, also a fisherman, to the restaurant in 1971. The family sold the restaurant, but customers still come in for their morning omelets, as well as lunch and dinner, featuring local fish. In the following year, 1938, Sanitary Fish Market and Restaurant, which we can vouch. Captains Ted Gardner and Tony Seaman first met at Morehead City Port and soon joined forces to open the sanitary. Now, Gardner's grandchildren, Jeff and Lisa, run the place. Huh. That's pretty cool. So I definitely met Miss Lisa.
Yeah.
Diners can enjoy diners can enjoy a famous soft shell crab sandwich. And yes, they're good. And so is their she crab soup that they're known for. Alright, let's see. In 1940s, we have Beck's, which is a calabash style. Ruth Beck's, one of the first to serve calabash style fried seafood, founded Beck's Restaurant in 1940. The restaurant has been passed down through generations and carry on the calabash traditional with plates full of fried clams, scallops, shrimp, and flounder. Hold up, wait a minute. Flounder? Hey now. Alright, in 1946, Owens and Nag's Head. Everyone thought that Bob and Clara Owens were crazy for opening their restaurant on a bare strip of land that was South Nag's Head in 1946. 77 years later, their family-owned business is still serving authentic food from North Carolina coast. One of the restaurant's most renowned dishes is Miss O's crab cakes, named for the woman who started it all. Hope y'all are enjoying this little read along or kind of going through this magazine. I found it fascinating. I thought maybe if you ever wanted to come hang out with us, we can take you to the coast. Or if you've been through and places like this or places you've been, I hope it just kind of you got a memory saved from that moment. All right, 1949, the Breezeway Restaurant in Topsail Beach. The original Breezeway Inn and Cafe buildings located on the site of the Camp Davis Barracks and Mess Hall were replaced by the Breezy Restaurant and Motel in 1972. During the meals, diners can marvel at a 300-gallon fish tank and the co-owner Bill Cherry's collections of shells and shark's teeth. Ooh, hello. Okay. Oh, they are very good, Ashley. Soft shell crab shell sandwiches. Very good. Alright. In 1952, Beach Shop and Grill. Topsail Beach in 1952. Warren's Total. Hang on. Let's try that again. In 1952, Warren's Soda Shop was known for its hot dogs, hamburgers, and orangeades, which are very good. Today, owner Cheryl Price has transformed it into a upscale new American restaurant that prides itself on scratch-made farm. It's scratch-made farm and ocean to table fare. Yeah, you gotta kind of throw the ocean into the organic and sustainable ingredients. Why would you change it? Anyways. But we have 1959, Els Davian in Morehead City. No need to get out of your car. Just wait for a car hop to walk up and take your order and be back in a flash. The small brick building is unamusing, but inside, legendary meals are made. Once customers receive their oyster burger or shrimp burger, they can dine outside at the wooden tables or roll down their windows to enjoy their meal on the spot. Mm. Hey! Okay. In 1960, Daryl's Seafood Restaurant in Manio. There used to be one in Greenville. It was very good. I personally haven't eaten the one in Daryl's. Have you?
Which one?
The one in Mania. Okay. I know I've only been one in the Greenvilles. It was good. So I can definitely vouch for these locations or this restaurant, but not this location. But he says it's good, so it's good. Locals know there's more than just fried oysters, crab cakes, and popcorn shrimp here. They do have delicious barbecue. Surprise, surprise. Founded by Daryl and Dora Daniels, the restaurant is now run by their son Alan and his family, who play a big role in carrying on the legacy. Let's see. 1976, you had the Crab Shack and Saucer Path. And you have Stained, King, Snow, Dungeness, Dungeness, woo, and Blue Crab Legs. Okay. And the next group are a bunch of dive-in, there we go, type restaurants. So we have 1976, Big Oak Dive-In and Barbecue and Salsa Path. And you have walk up window, get your lunch of barbecue, burgers, fried seafood, shrimp burger, fried shrimp. Yep. And that one's in Saucer Path. Then you have, it was in 1976, the Bridge Tender and Wrightsville Beach. Wrightsville Beach.
More coastal here. Start turning right. A hot water over there.
Wrightsville.
You're gonna be a hot water before you know it.
Let's see. Then we have 1977 John's Dive-In and Kitty Hawk. And these three locations have your barbecue sandwiches, type foods. Here we have three like pub style restaurants.
Hey, Tuber.
AM.
Hey,
AM. Google check. No idea. Hey, Tuber. I have no idea. I've just been going through this code. Huh? Yes, you. Don't know what that's about. Anyways, I've been talking about different coastal legends of local 50+ year old restaurants and pubs and places to eat here throughout the coastal towns we have. Another, let's see, in 1978, we have the Pallet House, which is in Wilmington, and you have the Gulfstream Restaurant, which is in Carolina Beach. Now, if you're looking at our coastal, when you have that little section under Ocracoke, that is where you have Atlantic Beach, Moorhead, or the Atlantic Coastal International Waterways, and that part of the whole coastline of North Carolina. So that's where you'll find Wilmington and Carolina Beach. And Carolina Beach is right before crossing. Then you eventually be over South Carolina, right?
I don't know.
But I think the Carolina region's right before, if you were to keep going, eventually it'll be in South Carolina.
It'll be in North Myrtle Beach.
And then in 1979, which is a very good pub if you ever hit or get to Ocracoke, Howard's Pub and Raw Bar.
Yes.
Is very good.
I've had many a friend that goes down to town for the summer to work there.
Ron Howard, a descendant of the early colonial owner of Ocracoke Island, built that would become an iconic pub on his name. And that was in, yep. And they have really, really good food. Maybe we can highlight that one adventure.
They say Blackbeard used to be there.
He could have. Blackbeard.
Not at Howard's Pub, but he did even.
I ate in that area at some point. Because Ocracoke is another, what you call stomping ground or summer home for Blackbeard.
Along with the town I grew up in, Bath, North Carolina, which I do think is buried somewhere around there.
And as we were talking about places to stop and eat, that I would definitely encourage you to go try is the Orange Blossom. And yes, that right there, my friend, is the apple ugly. The picture does not do any justice.
I weighed one last year. It was 2.4 pounds.
Yes. That piece of goodness. If you want a diet, forget about it.
2 hours and 47 minutes, 111 miles. That's at 6:30.
I know.
So I need to get to 4 a.m.
1979, Orange Blossom Bakery and Cafe. This is in Hatteras or Buxton, depending on where you want to. It's technically in Buxton, but yeah.
Hatteras is up in the island.
Yeah. So.
That's on the Cape.
Close enough, but that's what Hatteras, Buxton, same area. Built in 1950 as the 6th unit, because it started as the Orange Blossom Motel. This spot name comes from the orange trees that are on the property. After the owner died in 1940, the hotel was converted into the bakery. So that's pretty much where, but it has, for generations of customers have waited in line for an apple ugly, a huge, deep fried fritter that oozes with apples and glaze. Yep, Orange Bakery also serves. They also serve just so you know, breakfast sandwiches, donuts, and other baked goods. But I can it. Yes. And yes, get your deep fried. It's gonna be good. Trust me. But they have been working. They have a, I guess like a baked version, if you have to go that route. But when on vacation or on island time, don't think about it. Just go. Just do it. Yeah. Okay. On that fun note, just to highlight Orange Blossom. Woo! Alright, and okay, let's get to some other fun locations. In 1982, Miller's Restaurant in Nag's Head. Guests enjoy spectacular views of sunsets and local wildlife from their tables. Woo! Dining on specialties like flounder topped with jumbo lump crab meat. Hey now, crab and flounder. That sounds good. Okay, this 1989 restaurant, Tortuga's Lie in Nags Head, is a high quality Caribbean style. Let's see, let me get this right. Caribbean cuisine and Cayman style restaurants. This 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 restaurant was episode on Guy Fieri's Dinner, Dive-Ins and Drives, as well as a legion of fans who have made it one of the popular spots on the coast. Because there is now two restaurants, or I think where Tortuga's location, I think they required the building beside it. I think it became vacant at one point. So now there's like two. Alright, in 1989 we have the Blue Point. It's in Duck. And yes, there's a town called Duck. And if anyone has heard of Duck Donuts, that is where they were originated from. They're a cake style donut. I'm glad you're having fun, Tuber and Thunder. Y'all might know each other. Alright. The Blue Point is a good spot for fine dining and cocktails and favorite items like she crab soup. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one very slow. She crab soup. That can definitely get away from you. Okay, we have 1990. Let's see. There was in 1934. Okay, let me redo this. 1990. The Oceanic, which in Wrightsville Beach. Yes, gotta get that R. Wrightsville Beach. But in 1934, a large fire in North Wrightsville Beach destroyed most of the building, so which became the Oceanic Hotel, and it reopened in 1990. To open Crystal Pier, paying homage to the landmark. So the Oceanic. Alright. There's a lot of
information.
Very lot of information up in here.
Yeah, well,
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Maybe then we need some help. Benefit from the software.
Oh. Oh. Outside. Alright, I was seeing how many more pages we had to go here. Alright, we have some more seafood grills. Hope this is okay with you guys. 1990. Beaufort. Beaufort Grocery Company and Both.
Don't say Beaufort.
Beaufort.
That's South Carolina.
I know. It is a grocery, but it has salads and sandwiches available for lunch, while diners do main course of roast rack of lamb, pork chops. Man, there's no ferry to Chapel Hill. Just to let y'all know, here in Outer Banks, there's no ferry to Chapel Hill.
The TV show Outer Banks is not about Outer Banks in North Carolina.
No.
There's nothing factual about it.
Unless you're gonna watch a show just to watch it, but if you're gonna put thinking it's the content of actual the Outer Banks of here, no. I know I probably should watch it just for entertainment purpose, but yeah, I can't watch that series. I can't watch it. I'm sure it's good on its merit, but I just can't. All right, back to restaurants. Let's see, 1993. Woo! What were you doing in 1993?
Going into high school.
Woo!
Graduate next grade.
We have Provision Company in Southport. Half a pound of steamed shrimp served with devil crab cake and corn. That sounds pretty cool. Be special. Let's see, 1996. I was going into high school.
Going into my sophomore year.
We have Bass Night Lone Cedar Cafe, Nag's Head.
That's what I'm making.
Let's see, 1996. You have Waterman's Grill in Edenton.
That's a good
place. Ooh, 1997. You have Cypress Creek Grill in Elizabeth City.
That's a good place.
Let's see.
I used to live in Elizabeth City. When me and Crystal met, I was in Elizabeth City.
In
2 hours west.
1998, Michael's Seafood Restaurant in Carolina Beach. No. 2000.
Weeping Radish in there?
No. That doesn't exist anymore. 2004, we had the Fishy Fishy Cafe. Yes. in Southport. And I've not been to that. Probably in these 2000 ones. You know, it's 2023. Don't call it. Well, I really don't remember being to Southport all that much. 2006, you had the Catch in Wilmington. This one, well, these definitely have not been to. I guess these are some ones we need to try. 2010, Provisions in New Bern. Nope, have not been there. Trying to picture where it. Neuse River. Huh. I guess that might be one we need to try. 2012, we have Saltwater Grill in Swansboro. 2014, we have Ceviche in Wilmington. Let's see. 2016, Southern Salt Seafood Company and Waterfront Restaurant. Say that 5 times. And that is in Morehead City. This revivals Carteret County's oldest restaurant, Captain Bill's. Classic waterfront space. Well, I guess it's more than.
Captain Bill's was down from Sanitary.
I guess we're gonna have to go check Southern Salt Seafood. Okay. 2018, we have the Cypress Hall Kitchen and Bar, which that's a new burn. I've not been to that one. Grants. All right. 2018, Dock House Seafood and More in Holden Beach. Really don't. 2019, North or NC Coast Grill and Bar in Duck. 2019, Hackney in Washington.
For what? For a company?
No, restaurant. Hackney. It's a restaurant in Washington now.
It was, no, it's not there anymore. Acme is that big, was that big brick building at the base of the bridge. That's not a apartment complex. That was a very good seafood restaurant.
So yeah. But that was in 2019. Alrighty. That is all the current local legend seafoods or grilled seafood places to eat along
Last one you said
the Hackney.
no, that was so.
Yeah. And then we traveled along Highway 12 from Corolla to Cedar Island. But I thought this would be a spring egg salad. They did have some restaurant recipes. There we go. Hey, zombie. Welcome. I just got done going through coastal, it's our state celebrating North Carolina, and they did specific, tried and true places along Highway 12 and highlighted some restaurants. So if you ever wanted to come hang out in the area,
When you leave Sanitary and take a left, come back from the Sanitary and take a left, go all the way down to where the museum is, and that's where it's started from. Sanitary is there.
okay.
Then that was on first order.
We have come across a restaurant we might try out because it's not far from one that we really like to go to.
The price cost me $150.
How's everyone? Hope everyone's having a good night. Thought hopefully that was some good, fun information for y'all. If anyone like, blah, 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 blah. Try that again. If anyone would like to come up for a little bit, you can. If not,
I shared the hot dog picture earlier. I think the car. Cauliflower did throw up. Amanda did throw up the face. Saul said no. Gwen Venture said what in the world? I'm a diehard Dougal, but that's a good one.
yeah, backlash just, I don't know if it's a real thing, or hopefully it's just I don't know, but supposedly hot dog flavored Mountain Dew flavored donut Lord.
Okay.
Hot dogs.
You get orange blossom.
I know. I can't function either, orange. I guess we're gonna go to the Outer Banks tomorrow. It's totally fine, Tiffany. I'm probably about to end this anyway, because we might be making an early trip in the morning, I think. So you can join us there. Have a good night. Well, on that note, hopefully this was fun going through this, learning about different places.
We'll have to get the July edition.
Yep.
Or
Subscription.
Subscription.
But I have.
Get a prescription.
You're not getting a prescription. It's a subscription. Yeah. You know we deal with medical folks getting their prescription of a subscription. Oh, that's fun.
Instead of getting their prescription for medicine, they need to get their subscription to it.
Sometimes. Phew.
Can I stop? I got one. It's called the Kitty Corner.
Yeah, we got a hot tub out there. Get about a.
I did tell you the AC worked right on the camper.
Yes. But on that note, y'all take care. Thank you for hanging out with me. You'll see us in the morning if we are live. You'll see us there somewhere.
Somewhere between 4 and 7.
Yep.
Whenever we wake up.
So.
I'm pretty sure about 4:30 I'll get a trolley once like I have the last 4 mornings.
He might be awake driving. I might be awake to go to sleep on the way down there, but
I'll do a live stream of her snoring.
You probably will.
And the truck roaring.
But
Also, if it goes through, then it'll be, you know.
Alrighty. On that note, y'all take care. Have fun. Be safe. Love ya. Bye.